very dull. Right, let's transfer this camera out. Quick test. Right, quick testing. I'll start in a few minutes. I'll make sure my everything's working. If you can hear me, say hello. Oops, I need to refresh my screen. If you can hear me, say hello. Oh, working. Just refresh that. There you go. Is it back on now? We're back on? Yeah, we're back on. Right, so, camera. Not the one in a while. It's pretty dark on that side, pretty bright on that side. So I need to, down there, that's crafting corner. Loads and loads of crafting doing that corner. You see the cardboard over there, behind the settee. Loads of crafting down here, keeps me busy. Let me just make sure that everything's working. Excuse me. So I have got a brew. If you want to get a brew, you can do it. If you want to put it on your back room, you can do it. It's perfectly fine. 20 minutes, half an hour tops. Excuse me. Little pet cough. Right, so that one. I can have on that one. So here's a quick one. What have I got down? 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. But if people do come on and watch, then it takes a bit longer. Now, the vast majority of the webinars, I will record, and then I save them. And then I save them and put them on YouTube. So some people have been given them links. Obviously, okay. We can tea in a bit. Okay. So yeah, I've shared a couple of links. So yeah, the webinar is all about one-to-ones, private sessions, or private canine coaching. Back over there. Right. I've obviously got my notes. If people are online, say hello. If you see it, just put a comment underneath, and I'll see it. So what we've got is personalised canine coaching. It sounds really technical, but it's private sessions, it's one-to-ones, it's whatever you want to call it. But it's private sessions. They're not about blaming dogs or owners because they can't come to class. It's about understanding each one. And what you've got is You might think, oh, my dog can't come to a class because it's got a problem and it's not good in a group environment, or it's not good in a group environment outside, or I want to learn more, or I want to do a specific area. Now, what you've got, a lot of owners feel that they get frustrated easy, frustrated, overwhelmed, embarrassed by their dog's behaviours, and they always feel, not always, but sometimes feel as if they're doing something wrong. I get messages. I've tried some classes, done some videos, I've had some advice from friends, and it's not worked. Right? It's perfectly normal to go on YouTube. It's perfectly normal to do classes. It's perfectly normal to get advice from people. What you'll find is lots and lots of people will actually offer different things. No matter what trainer you use, obviously if they've got the positivity and the positive methods, then they're brilliant. Go with them. But you look at what they are, who they are, what they do, how you can help. Ask them if they're a trainer or a behaviourist. It depends on the problem. Right? I've not got a problem saying I am not a behaviourist. And if you've got a behavioural problem, I'll say I can't do it. So it can be very simple for me to say yes, I can do it, and no, I can't. Right? I've not got a problem turning people down and sending them into the right place, because they will fight you later. Now, what you've got is, if you're looking at one-to-ones and if you're interested in one-to-ones, message me or comment underneath and say, right, this is my dog, this is how old they are, and this is my biggest struggle. Now I'm going to list you a few. My dog's biggest struggle is pulling, barking, recall, reactivity, confidence. That's not an extensive list. It might be more than one or two of them, but if you've got a dog or it's got one or more than one of them, then you let me know. I'm going to give you a chocolate. So it's all about calm, I think, doing the right thing with private sessions, so that you don't get frustrated, so you don't get overwhelmed, so it's not as embarrassing. Poppy's back. Yeah. It's nearly tea time, so Poppy's saying hello. All right, 1 minute. I don't know. First comment. Tell me how old your dog is and tell me what your big struggle is. Oh. Now I do classes. I do puppy preschool. I do follow-on classes. Right? And these are essential to capture the early developmental stages of a dog. Good for creating routines, good for socialising, and they are brilliant. But what you've got is not one size fits all for dogs or owners. Obviously, what you've got is dogs, like people, they're individual. They learn differently. They've got different breeds, different genetics. Some dogs have got higher levels. Some dogs have got higher confidence levels. Some dogs have got lower confidence levels. Some dogs will thrive on that environment. Some dogs won't thrive on that environment. So you could be indoors, you could be outdoors. Some dogs will behave different depending on which owner is handling them, and which and the expectations of the owner as well. Yeah. So learning is affected by all of them. How I can put it easier is that some people learn by reading, humans learn by reading, some learn by watching, and some learn by doing. Dogs are exactly the same. Don't know about dogs reading, no, but it's a different type of reading. Now, what you've got is the vast majority of dogs, yes, they can do classes. Yes, it's a general issue that they want resolving. My dog won't do this. My dog wants to get socialising. My dog wants to learn a few manners and some social skills. Perfect, up to class. Right? But group classes don't suit every dog. You might have a dog that's, well, you've got lots of distractions in class. Some dogs can get very distracted very quickly. So if they get distracted very quickly, like I am, as chocolate about at the minute, then they can't concentrate and they don't do it. Different dogs work at different speeds. Some dogs will get it very quickly. Some dogs and owners will take the time and get it a bit longer. Dogs who are different in confidence levels, I say confidence levels, I don't like to say names, sorry, actually, can become overwhelmed very quickly. Some owners feel embarrassed that the dog's not doing it. Some owners feel rushed because they're trying to get through loads of stuff in 5 or 6 hours. But what you've got to look at is when training's not working, it's very rarely the dog. It's usually how you're training. So the how is it classes? Is it private sessions? Is it indoors? Is it outdoors? Environmental factors, that sort of thing. There's lots of hows. And it's the setup for the training. So we've got to look at, and there's lots of questions. What type of dog? What is the issue? Is it a general or specific issue? And you'll know your dog better than me, and you'll say, right, I think my dog needs one-to-ones. If you think your dog needs one-to-ones, then you're almost there. Just then a case of planning it and let me know what these issues and situations are. And what you've got with the one-to-ones, what I normally offer with the one-to-ones is, it's one-to-one coaching means it's one dog, right? One dog with the owner or the family, and it's one plan. Now the plan is however many sessions you booked in, right? Now the simplicity of my booking system is it's just a 2 or 4 or a 6 session plan, so you can just book whatever you want, and then you can just keep booking them on top of that. But what you've got is we build a plan around your dog and around your family, because I want all the family involved in the training. And what you've got is the individual, the dog is highlighted and trained around. So we train around your dog's behaviour, we train around your dog's home, we train around your dog's routine, we train around your dog's goals. So your private sessions can be built around whatever issues you've got. So you might have a dog that's 90% brilliant, but 10% of the time doesn't do what you want them to do. So, for example, you might want to do private sessions because your dog keeps pulling your arm off. Or you might want to do private sessions because your dog never comes back when you shout at him. You might want to do private sessions because your dog's low on confidence. You might want to do private sessions with puppies because you want to get the foundations done right from day one. So it's you can look at my dogs. I've got Poppy, did have 3. We don't train dogs in perfect conditions. There's no such thing. What's the perfect condition to train my dog in? That's one of the 3Ds is the distractions. We train them for real life scenarios, so indoors, outdoors, next to dogs, next to other dogs, and there's lots and lots of different criterias of these 3Ds that we can practice on. But if you tell me what you're wanting to do, there's nearly always a plan around. So there's lots and lots that can be done. Have this bottle. Now what you've got is, why do private sessions get faster results? 100% of the time you book is your dog. What that means is you've booked 100% of my time. In class, you'll get a proportion or a section of time allocated to you, which is equal to the other people. Now, what you find is if you've got 6 people in a class, you might get 10 minutes. And on average, you'll get 10 minutes each. Obviously, there's bits where you get it shared, but the time is shared between others. If there's 6, you'll only get 6 at a time. Whereas in private sessions, you will get 100% of the time. So there's no waiting for others. There's no waiting for me to finish with other people. There's no comparison. Because in a class of 6 dogs, um, all 6 will be at different levels. So you're not comparing yourself to another dog. There's no rushing. We can tackle your problem, we can tackle your issue, and we can take our time doing it. If we do it slowly and do it right, it actually is quicker. It's a lot faster because there's less stress. It's a lot clearer in communication between 2 people than a class. Plus, you've got the immediate feedback because I'm always chatting with you. Right? That way, the owners, or that's you, will gain confidence a lot quicker and a better understanding of what you're doing because we're just constantly communicating. Now, what you've got is, yeah, you're paying for an hour, but what you're actually paying for is confidence, calm, and me being clear in what I'm doing and passing it on to you. Now, recently, I've worked with dogs that were labelled stubborn and reactive, and all they needed were situations that suited them to make it easier for them. Stubborn, said dogs about their owners. Stubborn, name me a stubborn dog. Reactive, all dogs are reactive. I'm reactive. My kids are reactive. I mean, reactivity can be a good thing. It's turning your reactivity into positive. When a dog sees another dog, it reacts. When a child sees an ice cream man, they react. Right? So we're looking at reactions. Yeah. Never assume that all reactivity is bad. Now, the one-to-one and the private sessions are there to help the owners. They're there to help you. Right? So what happens is I'm there to make it easy for you. Right? Get rid of all the confusion, remove all your fears and doubts. And initially, we'll have a chat. Now, it can be text message, it can be emails, it's normally WhatsApp. Sometimes it's a phone call. But I do like to follow up with a text-based or chat-based thing so I can keep it and record it. Yeah, so normally it's WhatsApp groups. We'll chat about your dog. We'll chat about what's happening. We'll chat about what you want to do. So I'll ask you, what's your goal? What do you want to achieve? If it's not for me, I say, I can't do it. I say, I can't do that. Right? If it's a training issue, I'll say this might be difficult. This might be simple. If it's a behaviour issue, then I'll ask them a few behaviour questions and pass them on. I will always start with a WhatsApp group. The owner goes in it, the owner's family go in it. Each week it will let them know what we're going to be doing, why what we're doing is important, and how to make the progress. Now, practical coaching is very hands-on. Now, all that means is it's nearly all training. We're just constantly working and working and working, and it's a real situations. Real situations mean we're outside. It's real environmental situations. We could be walking on a road. We could be walking in a field. We could be meeting other dogs. It's semi-staged, but there's a lot of real life stuff that's actually going on as well. Homework is simple and realistic, and it's there for everyone to try and achieve. Now, what you'll find is as your dog starts to progress, I will change criteria. Now, what that means is I will increase one of the 3Ds to try and challenge you each week. Right? Now, in the WhatsApp group and in any group that we've got the dogs in, there's never any judgment because all dogs and all humans and all handlers are all different levels And anybody who seeks out the help of a trainer is a wonderful person in my book. One, it helps them, and two, it helps the dog. Now, what we've got is, I am probably one of the calmest, most bonkers, positive people you will ever see and ever meet. And anyone who's seen me dog training will know that I'm a bit bonkers. Um, I don't use any harsh tools. I hardly use any tools. I lead and treats. Right? Um, Never raise my voice at all. I'm very, like I said, very calm. Nothing scares me with training. Like I said, I've had lung disease for almost 10 years. So if you can battle that, you can do anything. Mm. I'll also let you know about your expectations. If you tell me I want my dog to do this, I'll let you know if it's a realistic expectation or not, um, based on what I can do and what I think your dog and you can manage. Now, training is me helping you help your dog. It's not me helping your dog to make you look daft. I help everybody together, yeah, which is why we have lots and lots of fun. Now, what you've got is, why is private sessions, why are canine private canine coaching, why is it right for me? And what you've got is, yes, you've got the dog situation. Dogs that struggle in a group setting, touched on it before, might be too overwhelming. Might have had a recent rescue who's not keen on all the dogs yet. Nervous or reactive. I don't like saying reactive. Although all dogs are reactive, positive and negative reactions. Um, Reactive could be low in confidence. I don't like to get anxious either, but yeah, signs of anxiety or reaction. Busy families can't always get to the same time each week. So my classes are on Sunday mornings. Um, some owners want a confidence boost. I'll have little booster sessions every now and then where owners say, right, I think I'm doing it. Can you just make sure I'm on the right track? And we'll have a couple of hours and we're done. Um, Puppies who need the right start. It's very important to train puppies as young as possible. Training along with their training next to their developmental stages is really important. Obviously, you can train dogs at any age, but it's easy when they're younger. Owners want to learn. You come to me and I'll teach you, the owner. I'll teach you what to say. I'll teach you how to say it. I'll teach you about treats, what treats to use, what not treats to use. I'll teach you about tone. I'll teach you about timing. There's lots and lots of different things we can go through without a dog, so that you can get the best thing out of it. Now, what you've got, little disclaimer: there's no such thing as a quick fix. If you're looking for one, you won't get one. Now, what you've got is, if you're willing to learn and support your dog, then this is where private sessions work. You know, like I said, there's no such thing as a quick fix like this light. Right, here you've got, it's on, it works. It doesn't work with dog training like that. Yeah, it takes time, patience, and attention. Yeah. If you think private sessions might be the thing for you because of one or many of the reasons, up his back, it's tea time. No, Pop. No, Papa. You're hungry. No. So if you think private sessions might be for me, you will have your reasons. It could be dog-based reasons. It could be human-based reasons. It could be that you're working. It could be that you're on shifts, or it could be that you want your kids to come and that's the only time. Um, Message me. We can have a chat. We can have a WhatsApp. We can have a meet up. We can have a coffee. We can. There's plenty of. They're nice. Go on. Tell me your teeth. There's plenty of um, slots available just for having a chat. You call them discovery calls. I just call them chats. Yeah. But I do have limited availability due to the time I have at home. I spend a lot of time at home, or as much time as possible at home. Now, what we've got is, if you come and if you want your private sessions, you get the WhatsApp group. There's a general WhatsApp group. You get your own private WhatsApp group. In this WhatsApp group, you can add other humans to it, so that everyone's singing off everyone's singing off the same hymn sheet. They will all get the training guides. They will all get the homework. They will all see the communication, so that one person does it one way, one person does it another, and then I do it one way, and everyone wants to copy me. Then we'll do that way. So you'll get your guides, you will get your handouts, you will get support along, lots of support along the way. And what I want you to know, what I want you to remember is, coming to private sessions is to help you and your dog. Your dogs are never broken to start with. Right? Your dogs are not stubborn. Your dogs are never deaf. And your dogs are just wanting training that fits them, maybe as well as you. So if you've got any queries with any of the sessions, private sessions, even classes, you back classes, any of the private sessions, your dog's pulling the arm off, can you help? Your dog's not listening to me, it's ignoring me, can you help? My dog's barking a lot, I don't know what's barking at, can you help? My dog's a bit low on confidence when it sees another dog, it don't want to play, can you help? Let me know if you've got any queries with any of them. Messenger's probably the best, and I will answer. There's not much availability left in February, but if you message me, we can see what we can do, and we can try and get you booked in. Now, obviously, if you've missed the live, I will be reposting it on Facebook, but it will be kept on YouTube in the webinar section. But hopefully, you've took something from this, and I'll see you all very soon. Those in class, I'll see you Sunday. Those in sessions, I'll see you in the week. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'm going to have another coffee and dip my biscoffs in. See you all soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.